Good day, doctor. My name is Monisa Naika Analimaniam, and my metric number 289623. Today, I want to present my individual assignment, which is analyzing UX techniques in design cycles. For case study, I choose IIT Madras Student App. So before going to the topic, we would like to know about what is Madras Student App. So these are the facts about IIT Madras Student App. It is an application aimed at making a student college life easier. So like the platform, like comprehensive platform designed to cater to needs of students at the Indian Institute of Technology Madras. So the app offer uh, many elements like get notified about the event happening in the institute, search for other students and staff using their name or roll number, see academic calendar, see their timetable, see what's cooking in the mess, see what coupons code are valid at the shop, and get a list important contact. Student can add any college related complaints here. And lastly, access their electronic generated ID cards. So first, we're going to analyzing user research, which is survey. So for this technique, its implementation in case study is to gather quantitative and qualitative data about how students use the current app, their plan point, and their future preference. So for this technique is purpose to understand user needs, behavior, and their preference. And the second one to identify pain point and areas for improvement. And the third one to collect data and informs the subsequent design process. So from the case study, we can find out that 1.30% use it to check the mess menu, and 10.3% use it to view the timetable, and 25% use it to search for people, and 26.7% use it for all the above purpose, and 8% don't have the app installed, and the most of the people, which is 82.8% of people, are confused about which menus belong to which mess. The second technique is user persona. From analyzing this technique, we found out that it developed a set of user personas that represent the app's primary user and guide the design process. So its main purpose to ensure the design is user-centered and meets their needs of different user groups. The second one to provide a reference for making design decision and prioritizing feature. The third one to help the design team empathize with and understand the target user. So from this case study, we know that Gaurav Gamer need to manage time well, and Shardar Studios need to know about deadlines and exam dates. And Anamika artist interested in knowing new people and managing time. And for Prakar, he needs an ID card for security check. These are the four personas we pick up from this case study. So the third technique is information architecture. For the implementation in the case study, it developed a clear, intuitive information architecture that user can easily navigate. So the purpose are to ensure the app's context is organized logically, to improve usability by making it easier for user to find information, to create a foundation for the design and layout for the app. The fourth one is sketching. So the sketching implementation in case study develop a set of preliminary design concept that can be further redefined into wireframe. Purpose of that is to visualize the explore different design idea quickly, and to facilitate brainstorming and collaboration among the design team. And for last one, to identify potential design issues early in the process. So these are the example of the sketching of this case study. So the fifth technique that I analyzing is wireframing. For the implementation in case study is produce a set of refined wireframe that serve as a blueprint for the visual design and prototype phase. This phase is after the sketching phase, and their purpose is to define the app structures and layout in detail, to test and validate the design before investing in high fidelity prototypes, to ensure the design meets user needs and expectation. There are many examples for the wireframe. I picked two of it and put in the slides. The next technique is would be a feedback session. So it used the feedback to make informed design decision and improvement in the case study. So the purpose was to validate design decision with real user and stakeholder, to identify and address any usability issues or design flaws, to ensure the final design align with user needs and expectations. The last technique that I'm analyzing is visual design and prototyping. So it produces a polished and interactive prototype that accurately represent the final app. So the purpose are to visualize the final design and user interface. The second one is to test and validate the design with users in a realistic context. So the last one is to create a prototype that can be used for development. So these are the critical analysis and debate feedback session. So for the pros, there are direct user input, which is feedback session provide an opportunity for direct interaction with users, enabling designer to gathering first-hand information about user experience, preference, and pain point. The second one is early detection of issue. Early and continuous feedback help identifying and rectifying usability issues and design flaws before they become costly to fix in later stages. The third one is engagement and buy-in. It involving users and stakeholders in the design process, fosters a sense of ownership and ensures the final product align with their needs and expectations. So for the cons, there are bias and subjectivity, which is feedback can sometimes be influenced by personal bias or preference, which may not represent the view of the broader user space. The second one is limited representation. If the feedback session do not include a representation sample of a user population, the insight gain might be true or incomplete. The third one is resistance of change. The users and stakeholder may be resistant to certain design changes, especially if they are accused to the existing feature or layout. These are the alternative UX technique that I suggest. The first one is task analysis. It involves breaking down the tasks user perform on an app into detailed steps to understand the workflow and identify areas for improvement. The benefits for these techniques are provide a detailed understanding of a user workflow, app optimizing tasks and efficiency and ease of use. The second technique was usability testing and high fidelity prototype. It involves testing a high-fidelity prototype of an app with real user to identify usability issues and areas of improvement. The benefits are provides actionable insight into how users interact with the app. The second one is help validate design decisions and ensure the app is user-friendly. The second technique will be A/B testing. It involves comparing two versions of a design to determine which one perform better in terms of user engagement, task completion, and other metrics. So the benefits are provide a quantitative data and user preference and perform. Help make a data-driven design decision. In conclusion, in the redesign of the IIT Madras student app, it is essential to iterate to the design based on continuous feedback and improve by consistently incorporating user feedback. The design can evolve to better meet user needs and address any usability issue. This iterative approach ensures that the final product is both functional and user-friendly.